Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Today is part 4 and probably the last part, unless somebody comes up with a few more chainsaws for me to go through real quick, of the 5-minute overview and review of the chainsaws. Today we are working on the Stihl MS251c, which is a 50cc Stihl chainsaw. It works excellent. I do have a slightly short blade on her right now. I am going to get a longer blade so I can throw her on the log processing machine later, though. That'll be a project for later in the year. So just a 5-minute overview and review of her. Very similar to the Johnson Reds, unlike the other Stihl. We have 3 bolts that you need to unscrew to take the primary head cover off. Notice, if you will, that these hold cuts for both a torque scrunch that Stihl makes or the flathead old style scrunch. So that is very considerate of them. If you also notice, this one is new enough to have a primer, but not new enough to have a decompression, which is alright because she starts just fine as is right now. As with everything, these are a lot easier done with 2 hands without trying to record, but you know, wouldn't be a YouTube channel if you weren't recording it. Thank you, Mr. Rooster. He's begging to become dinner. So you have our round, rather large air filter right here that just screws off and then pops off. Works excellent. That looks good. You have our primer. We have our spark plug and spark plug wire. And as always, I like just verifying and double checking the full operation of our switches while it's right here, as well as doing a quick inspection. Hear that click in quite nicely. Drop that on. Sorry, I was just using my other hand to help brace it while I put the final tighten on. I don't tighten extravagantly, but I like them decently snug. Now, unlike all of the previous chainsaws, we don't need anything to take this cover off or tighten this chain. So we just simply loosen this nut, which has this nice flip up handle, and then to loosen the chain is to move this little gearbox this way, or to tighten it is to move it that way. So we're going to loosen it a little bit and just simply unscrew this and pop it off. It's a little bit dirty in there, but that's alright. We're going to use her later today, and then we'll give her a good deep clean after that. As you can see right here, this just simply attaches down into those screws to prevent it from backing off. So everything looks good. I'll slide that back on, start that. Very handy to not need tools to adjust it or anything. And as usual, take off our chain brake to check our chain tension. I want to tighten that just a little bit, so I need to loosen this a little bit. There we go. That's better. And as always, the chain will tighten up when you tighten these as well. So there we go. Now I'm going to set you like that. We're just going to pop her over once, make sure she starts. Yep, we are good, and we will be using them later today. So I hope you have enjoyed the 5-minute overview of the chainsaw series. And yes, these are just fillers while I'm working on other content. So I hope you are all staying safe, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.